students. This is Ezra, your accountancy teacher. May God bless us all with all His blessings. Today, let us go to the preparation of income and expenditure account. Be careful because you cannot be careless. So, such a difficult sum this one is. Let me tell you the format of income and expenditure. And this is the format of income and expenditure account of for the year ending. Here you have to write the name of the person and the date on which we prepare this account should be written here. And debit side, credit side. See the name of the account, it is income and expenditure account, whereas the side is expenditure and income. Remember that. As we did it in the final accounts, this side is meant to for expenses and losses. This side is meant to for incomes. So, this is the format of the income and expenditure. Here you have to be very careful. You will be given receipts and payments account. And in that receipts and payments account, there will be opening balance and at the end there will be closing balance. What to do with that? You need not do anything with that. You need not bring those accounts here. Just leave them. Then what to do with those items? That opening balance should be taken to the capital fund account. When we go for finding out the opening capital fund, we have to take that amount. As we did it in the incomplete records, the opening cash balance will be taken to the balance sheet which is prepared to find out the opening capital fund. Here it is called capital fund, not capital alone. And that closing balance which is given in the receipts and payments account will be taken to the balance sheet. When we go for preparing the final balance sheet, this amount should be taken there. First one, in the receipts and payments account, you need not worry about that opening balance and closing balance. That will not be dealt with in this account. We do not bring those balances here. Leave it. And then see every item carefully, whether they are capital receipt or revenue receipt, whether they are capital expenditure or revenue expenditure. Remember, only revenue items will be brought to this account. Only revenue items will be brought to this account. Capital account, capital receipt or capital expenditure will not be brought here. They will be taken to the balance sheet. Remember that. And then the next thing which you have to be very careful is see whether that amount is meant for that year. Suppose we prepare this account for the year 2018 means amount which are related to 2018 alone will come in this amount. If that amount is meant for 2017, that will not be brought here. If that amount is meant for 2019, it will not be brought here. Only items which are related to that year will alone be brought here. And another thing you have to be very key. See, suppose if any assets are sold, for example, let us take machinery and see whether they have given any value of that asset. While selling that asset, if there is any profit, remember again I repeat it, if an asset is sold, see whether there is any profit in selling that asset. If there is asset means profit means that profit should be brought to the income side. And at the same time, if there is any loss means that loss should be brought to the expenditure side, debit side. So these things you have to be very careful. First thing, you have to see whether the item is capital item or revenue item. Only revenue items will be brought here. Second one, see whether that year, whether that amount is meant for this year, for the year which we prepare accounts. That should be alone brought here. And then when any asset is sold, see whether there is any profit or loss. If there is any profit, that should be brought to the income side, and if there is any loss, that should be brought to the expenditure side. These are the things which you have to keep in mind while doing that income and expenditure. Now let us take that sixth sum which is given in the page number 73 and do the sum. See, when we go to do the problem, you keep your book aside of you and verify that. From the following receipts and payments account of Tenkasi Thiruvalluvar Mandram. Here you have to write that name, income and expenditure account of Tenkasi Thiruvalluvar. I don't have space, that is why I do not write the name. Anyhow, Tenkasi like that. You have to write Tenkasi Thiruvalluvar Mandram. For the year ending, they have given the year ending for the year ended 31st March 2019. And come to the receipts side. To balance brought down, cash in hand, that will not be dealt in this account. I have already told you. Leave that. Then, to interest received. Interest received is a revenue item. So, that should be brought to the income side by interest. What is that amount? 5,000. Next one, subscription. Subscription is a revenue item. So, we bring it to this side by subscription. What is that amount? 55,000. And next one, legacies. That is a capital item that will not be brought here. That should be taken to the balance sheet. And then entrance fees. In the book it is given that entrance fees can be treated both capital and revenue item. In your book it is stated all entrance fees should be treated as revenue item. That is why we bring it here by entrance fees. Entrance fees, what is that amount given? 7,000. Next one, sale of furniture. That amount should not be brought here. Whereas at the beginning I told you, if there is any profit or loss, that profit or loss alone should be brought to this account, the income and expenditure account. See the book value. Book value is 17, whereas it was sold for 16,000. It means there is a loss of 1,000 rupees. So that 1,000 rupees should be brought to the expenditure account to loss on sale. Loss on sale of furniture, 1,000 rupees. Now let us come to the payments side. By salaries, it is a revenue item. So we bring it here to salaries. What is that amount? 20,000. Next one, rent. It is a revenue item. So we bring it here to rent. What is that amount? 24,000. And next, traveling expenses. It is a revenue item. So we bring it here to traveling expenses. What is that amount? 2,000. Next one, printing and stationery. Revenue item to printing and stationery. What is that amount? 6,000. And investments made. It is a capital item, so it should not be brought here. Next one, sports equipment purchased. At the beginning I told you, if sports equipment is given, treat it as capital item, whereas sports materials is given means treat it as revenue item. So this will not come here. Next one, balance cash in hand. That will be taken to the balance side. Now go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go for balancing these two. Remember, when this side is exceeding, it means there is a surplus. When this side, that is expenditure side, is exceeding, it means there is deficit. Surplus means excess amount. Deficit means not enough. In Tamil we call it as patrakurai. Deficit means patrakurai. Surplus means excess. So in rough 20, 44, 50, 50. Yeah, this side will be exceeding. First let us total this side. 50, 60, 67. And that what income total is 67,000. 21, 45, 45, 51, 53. That is expenditure side 14,000. So this side is exceeding by 14,000 and this 14,000 is the surplus, and this surplus will be taken to the capital account. So have you understood? Again, let me repeat it. When you are asked to prepare income and expenditure side, you will be given receipts and payments account. In that receipts and payments account, opening balance and closing balance will be given. You need not worry about that. Leave it and come see every item and see whether the item is capital nature or revenue nature. Only revenue items alone should be brought here. And another thing you have to see is whether that amount is meant for that particular year or not should be seen. If that amount is meant for that particular year, that should be brought here. And another thing, if any asset is sold, see whether there is any profit or loss. If profit is there, bring it to the income side, and if there is any loss in selling that asset, bring it to the expenditure side and put. If this side is exceeding, there is surplus, and if this side is exceeding, there will be deficit. And we have prepared, and I hope you have understood this problem. Shall we do the seventh sum given in the page number 73? Take a book and let me read. From the following receipts and payments account, prepare income and expenditure account of Kumbakonam Basketball Association. And this is the format: income and expenditure account of Kumbakonam. I don't have space. Kumbakonam. You have tried Kumbakonam. You have tried the full name for the year ending 31st March 2018. Now, see what are first. Let us see the receipts side. Balance, cash in hand, cash at bank. That will not come here. Leave that. Come to the rent of hall received. It means it is an income and it is a revenue item. So it must be brought here by rent of hall. By rent of hall. What is that amount? 6,000. Next one, subscription received. It is a revenue item. So by subscription. What is that amount? 9,000. And next one, life membership fees. Remember, life membership is a capital item, so it will not be brought here. Next one, locker rent received. A revenue item by locker rent. What is that amount? 2,000. And let us come to the payments side. By rent of ground paid to rent of ground. What is that amount? 12,000. Next one, by printing charges to printing charges, a revenue item. What is that amount? 5,000. And then by bank charges, revenue item, bank charges. What is that amount? 1,000. And next one, insurance for building, revenue item to insurance for building. What is that amount? 2,000. Next one, tournament expenses to tournament expenses. What is that amount? 16,000. And then audit fees, revenue item to audit fees. What is that amount? 3,000. By sports materials purchase. Remember, sports equipments is a capital item. Sports materials is a revenue item. So I bring it here to sports materials. What is that amount? 4,000. And cash in hand, that will not be dealt in this account. That will be taken to the balance sheet, which we are going to prepare at the end of the solution. See, we have done how many items? 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 items. Yeah. So now we go for balancing these two. And in a rough, we see 6, 15, 17, whereas 16, 20. This side is exceeding. Let us first find the total of this side. And that total comes to 43,000. 12, 17, 18, 20, 20, 36, this is 39, 43. And this total comes to 43,000. This total comes to 15, 17. 3, 2. 26,000 is the deficit, and I write it here 26,000, and this is deficit. Remember, this deficit should be taken to the balance sheet, and this deficit should be subtracted from the capital, whereas surplus will be added to the capital fund and deficit will be subtracted from the capital fund. See, no complicated item is given here. Only one thing is they have given life membership fees. Life membership fees should be treated as capital item, so that should not be brought here. Hope you have understood this problem. Shall we go to the next sum? Before going to see the next sum, here I must give you one explanation regarding subscription. But the matter is, the concept is a little complicated one. So let me explain it in Tamil. Subscription கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. அப்படின்னா என்னென்னா, இந்த வருஷம் நம்ம கலெக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கிற அமௌண்ட், சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன்ற பேரில் நாம் கலெக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கிற வசூலித்திருக்கிற தொகை, அந்த தொகையில் போன வருஷத்துக்குரிய தொகையும் இருக்கும், அடுத்த வருஷத்துக்குரிய தொகையும் இருக்கும். ஆனால் நம்ம கணக்கு போடும்போது அந்த வருஷத்துக்கு உரியதைத்தான் எடுத்துக்கிட்டு வரணும். அதுதான் அக்ரூவல் பேசிஸில் சம் போடுறது. நீங்கள் ஃபைனல் அக்கௌண்ட்ஸில் இவங்க சீன் தட், அதை பார்த்துருப்போம். எப்படி ரெண்ட்டுன்னு மட்டும் கொடுக்காம அவுட்ஸ்டாண்டிங்கை வி ஹேவ் டு ஆட் இட் அண்ட் ஷோ இட் இன் த அவுட்டர் காலம். அவுட்ஸ்டாண்டிங்கை சேர்த்துக்கிட்டு வெளியே கொண்டு போய் காட்டணும். ப்ரீபெய்டு இருந்துச்சுன்னு சொன்னால் அதையும் கழிச்சிட்டு மீதியை கொண்டு எங்கிட்ட காட்டணும். ஏன்? அமௌண்ட் தட் இஸ் மென்ட் ஃபார் தட் இயர், அந்த வருஷத்துக்கு உரிய அமௌண்ட்டை தான் இங்கே காட்டணும் அப்படிங்கிறது விதி. அதே ரூல் தான் தட் சுட் பி ஃபாலோடு ஹியர் ஆல்சோ. சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் அந்த வருஷத்துக்கு உரிய சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷனை தான் காட்டணும். போன வருஷத்துக்கு உரியது இருந்துச்சா அதை கழிச்சிடணும், அடுத்த வருஷத்துக்கு உரியது இருந்துச்சா அதையும் கழிச்சிடணும். அப்புறம் என்ன செய்யணும்? இந்த வருஷத்துக்கு போன வருஷமே கட்டியிருக்கிற தொகையை சேர்த்துக்கணும், இந்த வருஷம் இன்னும் வசூலாகாத தொகையும் சேர்த்துக்கணும். அப்போ ரெண்டை கழிக்கணும். ஒன்று ப்ரீவியஸ் இயர்க்குரியதை கழிக்கணும், நெக்ஸ்ட் இயர்க்குரியதை கழிக்கணும். ரெண்டை கூட்டிக்கணும். என்னது? இந்த வருஷத்துக்கு போன வருஷமே செலுத்தினதை சேர்த்துக்கணும், இந்த வருஷத்துக்கு இன்னும் வசூலாகாத சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷனை சேர்த்துக்கணும். அப்போ சேர்த்துட்டோன்னு சொன்னால் அதுதான் இந்த வருஷத்துக்கு உரிய தொகை. அந்த தொகை தான் அவுட்டர் காலத்தில் காட்டணும். Listen, let me explain it in English. Subscription amount collected will include the amount meant for the previous year and meant for the next year also. We should show the amount which is meant for the particular year in the outer column. How to show it? From the subscription collected, subtract that previous year's subscription and also subtract the next year's subscription also. Two things should be subtracted. Previous year's amount and the next year's amount should be subtracted. What should be added? Amount meant for this year but paid in the last year, that should be added, and amount still outstanding for this year should also be added. Two things should be subtracted. Amount received for the previous year and the amount received for the next year should be subtracted, and two things should be added, that is amount meant for this year but paid in the previous year, and the amount outstanding should be added. These things you have to keep it in mind. That is why at the beginning I told you this is very very difficult thing which you have to keep it in memory, several things. Shall we do the problem given in page number 73? Problem number 8. from the following receipts and payments account and additional information given below. They have not given the name. So, income and expenditure account of, just make dash. Calculate the amount of subscription to be shown in the income and expenditure account for the year ending 31st December 2018. 31st December 2018. You are asked to show how subscription will come in this account. See, receipts they have given to subscription 2017, 2018, 2019 they have given. Additional information is subscription outstanding for the year 2018 is rupees 8,000. Now, how to show? You have to come to the credit side. Why? It is an income. By the right by subscription. Write the total amount collected. What is the total amount collected? 2,12,000. From this 2,12,000, subtract the amount meant for 2017. See, we prepare account for the year 2018. So, subscription which is meant for 2018 alone should be shown in the outer column. Whereas, they have this subscription includes 2017 year subscription and subscription for 2019 also. So, those two subscriptions should be subtracted. Let us subtract 2017, 28,000. 4,000, 10, 8, 1,84,000. From this, you have to subtract the subscription meant for 2019. What is that amount? 12,000. 1,72,000. And in the additional information, they have given outstanding subscription. That is, that amount is meant for 2018. It is outstanding. Still, we have to collect that amount from the members. So, add that amount that is meant for 2018 but outstanding. What is that amount? 8,000. Suppose if any amount meant for 2008 is paid in 2017 as prepaid, that should also be added to this amount and should be shown in the outer column. It is not given, so only this amount should be shown in the outer column. Again, let me tell you, subscription meant for that particular year alone should be shown in the outer column. In this sum, they have given the total subscription 2,12,000. 2,12,000. From this, subscription meant for 2017 is subtracted and the remaining amount is 1,84,000. From this amount, you have to subtract the subscription meant for 2019. That is subtracted and the amount is this one. And for 2018, still we have to collect a subscription of 8,000. That should be added and should be shown in the outer column. We have added that and it's shown in the outer column. This is the way of showing. This sum will come in the 3 marks question. So remember, subscription, it is easy. The only thing is you have to be very careful regarding the amount. Amount meant for that particular year alone should be shown in the outer column. Be sure about it, whether you are doing in the right way or not. That's all. By the grace of God, let us meet in the next class. Thank you.